the Tigers were willing to rise above $20 million and maybe closer to $25 million, but apparently they just fell short of that. $19.8 million is close, but you gotta make it officially at least $20 million. Now, last week, former MLB MVP Josh Donaldson, who is now retired, called the Tigers a trash organization a week ago for botching the process with Skubal. And he's right, because Chris Ilitch owns them and doesn't care about them business-wise as much as he cares about the Red Wings. And Chris Ilitch is spending way too much money on stadium/arena re-renovations and empty parking lots rather than big money players, whether it's in Major League Baseball or the National Hockey League. He publicly admitted in his speech that leaving Detroit in the 2003 NHL offseason was a huge mistake after they got swept by the Ducks, and that was on him. But at the same time, he found the love of his life and started a good family, which was a blessing in disguise in life. His entrance onto the ice, by the way, was in a Corvette. Very stylish entrance. Wow. Andrew Kopp scored the game-winning goal, but clearly cross-checked Shane Gostisbehere 2 seconds before doing so while getting the centering pass from Alex DeBrincat. And yes, whether you like it or not, I'm a Red Wings fan, but I'm more honest than that. It was a cross-check. So, devil's advocate here. There was zero officiating controversy against the Wings. For any Red Wings fan who thought defenseman Moritz Seider was called for the penalty late in the third period, the referees actually called a slashing penalty on Lucas Raymond and not Moritz Seider. Now, we couldn't get to see from any angle on television because the camera was pointed towards Seider instead of Raymond. FanDuel Sports Network Detroit is to blame for their poor production on that one, so we couldn't tell whether it was the right call or not on Raymond. Seider was not called for it. So we especially can't tell if it was that it was a bad call because we couldn't see it. Pistons held the Suns to just 15 points in the fourth quarter. Phoenix's biggest lead, 16 right here. 10 lead changes, though. Wow. Points in the paint, 44-30 Pistons. Bench points, 42-22 Pistons. Wow. 82% from the free throw line, which is a little bit of the Michigan's free throw shooting. 6 turnovers by the Wildcats, 15 turnovers by the Spartans. That is not good.